we're going to be ranking the Lancers in Chapter 5, Season 1. No, it's a bit early, but the only one we're missing is the new Calamity, and I think we know where she's going to place. So sit back, relax, and this is a Pugmaster's view on the best Lancers in the game right now. We're going to start with Broker. Now, Broker, he's pretty good. He has smokes, but in higher ranks, people's going to have better aim, and you won't have time to use your blaster. And his, trap or his little bombs don't do much. If you run through them, they won't do you for anything. So based off this, I think he needs. We'll also go based off nerfs and stuff like that. Broker, I feel like he needs probably a slight buff. We'll put him in C tier. Next, Nitro. Now, Nitro is really good. She got a couple of her spots nerfed, but other than that, she's still really strong. She still has her insane walls, one-ways, turrets. I'd put her an easy A. You probably say at least 1 in high elo each game. Hollow Point's another one that's broken, especially. I want to say broken, but especially after the sniper nerf. This is one of the only people that can one-tap head body shot from any range if she's fully charged. So just because of that and her ability to create space, I'll put her probably A still. She'll definitely need a slight nerf to her sniper. 5 shots is just way too many. Now, Jaguar. I know a lot of you guys saying Jaguar is pretty bad, but he definitely has the potential to be good. Now, do I think he's as bad as Broker? No. I think he falls in this middle B category. And I think that because A, it's pretty easy to break his traps, and his util is pretty, dependent on each other and your ability to find the enemy. But if you're a good Jag player, you can place it in unbreakable spots and get easy kills with him. Chum. Chum right now, I would say in either B or A. I'll probably go B just because Chum has so much health on those bulldogs, and even after he dies, they go kamikaze and go and try to fight whoever killed Chum. And they have a lot of health. Most Chums I know literally just spam their smoke and hide inside it and let their bulldog see someone and they'll shoot them through the smoke. But I think he's in a good spot right now. Corona. Now, this is one of the most nerfed Lancers in the game right now, but I still think he's a pretty easy A tier just from all the intel he can gather, as well as his Instapop flash, which is pretty broken in higher elo. And when I say broken, I just mean good. That's just kind of slang. Next is Serket. Serket, there's only one Serket I'm scared of, and I think he knows who that is. Besides him, I feel like anyone that plays Serket just doesn't play her correctly. You just need to be, going in with shotgun and just destroying one person even if you die. But besides that, I believe she did get a slight buff a couple seasons ago, so I'll put her in B tier. She's good. I say she doesn't need a buff, doesn't need a nerf. She's just where she is. Pathogen, I would say it's maybe the first S tier we get, and that's only because of the new strats developed with her wall. You can move it and place it instantly and use it kind of like a shield to sneak up on people. And this in high elo is super annoying, and it also has some incredible high skill ceiling. So because of that, I feel like Pathogen belongs in S. Most healing, she has a trap that does a bunch of damage. One of the best Lancers in the game. Zephyr. Now, Zephyr, I would say, belongs in C, but she did just get buffed. She has a long-lasting invisible field, but overall, she still, I would say, either needs a rework or I would say she's perfect where she is. D and F are where you usually need to find a big rework or buff. C and B are okay where they are, and I would say A and S are where they need a slight nerf. Saying that, I feel like Corona belongs more in B tier than A tier, as I don't think he needs a nerf. I think he's just very good. Spider. Now, I am a Spider main, so I may be biased, but I think Spider's in a good spot right now. People complain about her TPs all the time, or traps, but look at season 1. She was killing everyone. He was killing everyone. So I feel like he belongs in top of B, just because He has his TPs, they got nerfed, his traps. They did work him a little bit back. He's a little bit buffed, but he's still not to a point where he needs to be nerfed. I feel like B's a really good spot for him. Kismet. Now, Kismet was going to be down here, but she did get buffed, and so she's moving directly into S tier. There's always Kismets in my game, and no matter how good their lineups are with their bomb, they'll always hit you just because of the suction they have, as well as getting damaged if you move when you're scanned is just broken. Axon. Now, Axon used to be broken back in Season 1. His slide, his shots, everything. But they did nerf him pretty hard, and so I feel like he deserves to be in C tier just because he doesn't compete with as many people anymore. He's more of a nuisance than anything. Did Chum already? That's where the extra was. Dex. Dex, probably going to be our first D tier, honestly. He was C tier, but with the nerf of snipers, his clone's not as good anymore. And he basically has two abilities as no one shoots his fake clone, since you know which one's real by how transparent it is. And so he's the first Lancer I would say that needs a slight buff or a rework. Sonar. Sonar's in a pretty good spot right now, I would say. The game does a pretty good job balancing them out from Season 1. So there's not too many people that need a rework or a buff or a nerf. But Sonar's definitely one of the weaker characters, as you can hear directional audio. So I'll put them probably C tier. Now Hurricane. He did just get a recent buff, but besides that, he's still pretty bad. Now there are some people that can play him, but I'm talking about the majority of the player base. And for him, I just don't see it. That buff blinds people, but it blinds them for such a short amount of time that if you're good, you'll be able to either get killed or you'll be able to turn it and look away from it, which I believe you can still do if you look fast enough or get behind cover, and you'll be able to punish the Hurricane for pushing. Aura. Now I feel like Aura is pretty strong. I don't know if she's A tier quite now, but she is definitely B tier. Her healing, she has 50 healing. I believe it's 15 seconds until you can attach to someone else. She can look around corners for people, and Aura is a high pick in high elo. So I think B's right where we want her. Ichel. S tier before the nerfs. After the nerfs, I don't know if you saw 800 wall health. Her spear doesn't pull vertically anymore, and it's less pull. I would probably put her, I don't know how she's played so far, but I would still put her probably A. They didn't nerf her healing, which is she's really good at healing herself. She's a solo player. So I would say below, probably bottom A tier is where she belongs. Windwalker. Now, Windwalker, I would say used to be up here with Ichel, but after that, I would say put her near him, near B or C, just because of the nerfs that he got. Probably low B. I think he's still very playable. Counterfeit. Now, Counterfeit's interesting. She can go invincible, but at the same time, she did get a little bit of a nerf. Her clones don't do as much, so I'd probably put her high B. Now, Wildstyle. Wildstyle, I feel like deserves probably high C tier, just because her shield does 15, so she gives 30 shield, which is basically useless unless you're in a specific gunfight. As well as her wall, she only gets one of. It'd be nice if she had two. As well as her paint splash. That is a good card, but just those three combined do not really give her a playstyle that's good enough to carry in. And finally, last but not least, the new Lancer. I don't know if by this time this video is posted, you guys are aware of this. But anyway, she's going instantly top of S tier. And I think you'll see why coming up. I don't know if I'll post a video about it, but she's basically Reyna from Valorant. She's broken. She has heals. If she gets 50 Bloodborne, which is her ability, she gets 10% extra damage. 10% extra damage is insane. That's winning or losing a gunfight, coupled with lifesteal and all that. She can go invincible. She has traps. She has it all. So, what do you think of this? Do you think anything should be switched? Let me know down in the comments below. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this Season 5 tier list, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.